Ah, scram. Look what I did. I made lettuce wraps. Two kinds. With two kinds of lettuce. This is beef, spicy beef. And then the iceberg lettuce is chicken. Let's try it out, why don't we? Chicken's really good. Let's try the beef and butter lettuce. There's a little spice there. Yeah. You won't believe how easy this is to make. So fresh and good. So the first thing I want to do for our chicken lettuce wraps is the sauce. So we're going to need some oyster sauce, 2 teaspoons, low sodium soy sauce, 1.5 teaspoons, sesame seed oil, just a half a teaspoon. A little bit of that goes a very long way. Hoisin sauce. Basically it's Korean or Oriental barbecue sauce. We're also going to do just a pinch of white pepper. Then a teaspoon of granulated garlic. Actually it's fresh garlic. And it also calls for ginger. I like to use the squeezable kind of ginger, so that's what we're going to use. Stir all this around. And we're going to set it to the side. So now I'm doing my prep for the chicken lettuce wraps. This is a can of water chestnuts. And I'm going to finely dice them. I've already chopped up 1 carrot. And I'm also going to do, this is about a half a cup. I'm also going to do a half a cup of finely chopped mushrooms. So carrots, water chestnuts, baby portobello mushrooms. So this sauce is going to be the one that we drizzle over top of the beef lettuce wraps. So I have a tablespoon of brown sugar. This here is just lemon zest. I got a pinch of it. Put the rest aside. Half a lemon. We're going to squeeze it right on in there. Use your hands. Next we're going to add sesame oil. This time it's going to be like a teaspoon. Soy sauce. About 2 tablespoons. This is sambal. It's chili garlic paste. And some olive oil. Gonna mix all this up. Then fresh cilantro, straight out of my garden. About a half a teaspoon of chili flakes. Originally you would use Fresno peppers, but for some reason in Colorado today, there are none to be found. Not sure what happened. Let's taste it. That is pretty darn good. Alright, so let's start with our chicken. This is ground chicken. I'm going to add just a little bit of sesame oil. Just a little bit. Like a half a teaspoon. I'm also going to add, this is a teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice and a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. And a wee pinch of salt. And we are going to start this cooking. I saw a little friendly tip that if you're having problems getting your chicken to break apart, add a little bit of water. Just a couple teaspoons. And that'll help. So to this, I'm going to add my onion now, half a cup, so it can start to cook with the chicken. And when it's about halfway done cooking, we're going to add our sauce and our other veg so it can really get in there. So you can see it's about halfway cooked. So, in go the mushrooms, carrots, and water chestnuts. Let's get this started. Now we're going to add our sauce that we made up for this. Going to add it all in here, and that way it's going to infuse into the chicken. Alright, my chicken is cooked. I brought it back to a boil. We're going to let some of that water evaporate, but I made a cornstarch slurry that we're going to put in here. And it's going to thicken it up, and that way the sauce will stay over the meat like a glaze. Once that's done, and there's no longer a bunch of water pooling in the bottom, we're done with this little part of it. Next, we're going to move on to the beef. So I got a hot pan, and that's very important. We are going to do some olive oil. And then for some reason, alright, and we're also going to break apart the meat as we put it in. This is ground beef, but it calls for ground pork. And the reason, in addition to, which I'm going to do, and the reason is because it'll help keep everything moist. And also the reason that we put it into a hot pan with olive oil is we want to fry it up so it's a little crunchy. I'm also going to season it up with some salt and pepper. I got a little bit of jalapeno I'm going to put in here because it is spicy beef, lettuce wraps. Then I also have some red chili flakes. That ought to help. Garlic. I'm going to put in a tablespoon and a half of garlic and ginger. We're going to stir that together. Sauce. And we're not going to put a lot of this in. Just a few dashes for some funk and some soy. Next is the zest of a lime and our pepper flakes, along with some lime juice, and a quarter cup of onion, and our jalapeno, which is about a half a jalapeno. Now I'm going to continue to cook this until the meat is done and it has good caramelization. So to help with the caramelization, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. That's going to help get everything browned up nice and also add some really good flavor. Alright, so I have finished cooking the meat and I drained it in a colander. Now we're going to add some sesame oil. And we're going to finish it right here. That sesame oil is very fragrant, super good. And since we got all that fat out of there, it's really going to help us be able to brown this up good. Also going to add some soy sauce. It's just a matter of taste. So here we are, folks, and the meat is done. And the very last thing you want to add is green onion. Turn off the heat. We're going to plate this up. Doesn't that look good enough to eat? So here's how we do this, folks. First, for the chicken, we're going to get us a piece of iceberg lettuce. Going to put us a little bit in there. And then this is our sauce that we made. It's basically sweet chili sauce, sesame seeds, and soy sauce. Do a little drizz, butter lettuce. For this, we're going to use the beef. Put that in there. Do a little drizz of our sauce. And put that there. Bam. Lettuce wraps. I hope you try it. If you like this, make it. Also, hit like on the video. Please and thank you. Lettuce wraps, healthy, good, no carbs, but full of flavor.